We're live.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Harrison.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hello,
Very
Derek.
well.
How are you doing?
Hi,
Hello,
Angela.
Harrison.
I'm
Okay.
doing
Hello.
great, thank you.
So welcome, lovely subscribers. Welcome to Concordia Consularis. We had a complete merging of data transference there. Welcoming everybody. I think I've got a little bit of lag at my end, but welcome everybody to Concordia Consularis, the spiritual and business agency of peace. And today we're taking a deep dive with the spiritual courts of equity into the realms of the experiences that people are having today on a we are outside the construct in this moment, and we are going to bring you a very unique spiritual court of equity. But before all that, I just wanted to launch a notification out there that we are at Concordia offering a service for places where people stay, so we have or are healed or treated from. With Concordia, we have a program specifically designed to help you enable your clients to relax at a much deeper level, heal the past, present and future simultaneously. So if you would like to know more, please contact me at Concordia Consularis, and we have a beautiful service to offer you. So I just wanted to get that in at the beginning. How are you guys? How are you both?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's always great to see you and to be back at your site and to be doing the work that we're doing. It's very exciting, especially in these times that we're living through.
Great. Harrison, how are you? It's true, Jack.
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Everything is okay here. Other than the things happening in the background, everything is fantastic where I am.
Brilliant. We're all at where we're meant to be at right now. It's really beautiful. So today's focus of the spiritual court of equity is Putin and peace, and how we will achieve this in our reality right now. If you're touching base, this could be a very strong experience for you. We're connected in today using some very ancient spiritual technology that operates out and on this world, but outside the construct, but also within it, as we take this journey and walk between the worlds, the realms of existence. So as per normal, we're going to fling open gracefully the spiritual courts of equity doors. And we invite all our beautiful ancestors, all beings from the stars, all races, all cultures present here on earth today, our Divine Mother, the spirit and the soul of earth, the source of all sources, in complete sacred neutral. It is a way of being. As I say those words and you engage with the frequency of those words, your natural body alignment is brought into a sacred sense of peace, receptive to your journey of your own experience, amplified through all Earth systems. So in this sacred spiritual court of equity, I would like to invite the representatives or those behind Vladimir Putin. And invite those that work with the natural energies to balance the ways of this world. And we bring this peaceful spiritual court of equity to you because there is great dark magic in operation, representative through the system construct, through Britain, and it is going around the world in these negative agendas that are superimposed over the natural way of being, the natural existence, our divine rights as individuals to exist in peace. The dark magi are present, guys. What do you see in this spiritual equity?
Well, you mentioned walking between two worlds. And as you said that, I've shown, it's almost like I'm walking on top of a wall. And on the one side, I've got a world up here. And on the other side, I've got a world down there. And they should be superimposed perfectly above them. So we have all the birds from Russia showing us that the grids above the earth and the grids lines of the earth have been interfered with. And there's certain points on these grids, because they've been interfered with in a very, very dark fashion. And these places where the different lines meet up, there are dark magicians at work. There are dark magicians that have created a lot of havoc in this world and in the worlds before. So the court today is coming in. We've got the court that's arriving here. The members of the court are filling it up, and they're coming from different worlds. And by different worlds, I mean they're coming from the past. They're coming from the future, and they're coming from the now moment to be present, to deal with the situation in a very good way. And they have been summoned to the court, so they've been expected here today. They're taking their seats, and as they're taking their seats, raindrops start to fall. We've got the water element here today, H2O. And as these water drops start to fall from above, from the old worlds, from the future worlds, they're creating the present moment, just like magic, for us to do the work today.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful, because for me, what I was seeing, it's like the same thing you have seen, Derek, because on one side I could see golden light, and the other side it was dark. And there was like a line on the middle where the two would merge, where the golden light and the darkness would fuse. It was not golden, it was not dark, it was in the middle. And it just complements what you have said. Yeah.
Beautiful. So if anyone during this broadcast would like to comment, like, subscribe, please do. We are here to interact with your perceptions and your feelings and thoughts and senses, your own divine senses about what we're doing right now. So let's just have a look at the system beings. That's it. Who are, we have Michael. He's saying hello to everybody. He always joins us as soon as he can. Thank you. Blessings. To support us in our work. And I'd like to thank all those that join us, who view these videos. At some point you do view us and connect to the deeper spiritual meanings of this process. So let's just have a look at the magic here, the negative magics that attempt to cancel, restrict, and distort the way of the natural human in these ever-changing times where the veils are very thin.
I'd just like to mention here that the court is dealing with the situation in Russia and certain governments on the earth perpetuating war, screaming war. They want war. They want to destroy this creation. And the court is having a look, and they recognize as well that a lot of the energy that's pumped into mankind on the earth and those that are screaming war is from AI design on and off the planet. And they're going to look to see who put these technological misfits of information, if you would call it, together that are disturbing the grid work, disturbing the ley lines, and that are going to go all out to try and have a large sacrifice, if you will, and feed off the bloodshed, the pain, and the misery. So they're calling in all these old masters from times long past, long forgotten in the annals of history, and they're bringing them to the forefront in this court, and they have these people in front of them that have created this from other systems, not from this earth.
Ooh. So they've attached on to all the living generations, ancestral light lines, and attached onto the people through thought, through words, through actions, through propaganda, through rituals of an esoteric kind.
Through old tribal factions as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Because this created the divisions in the tribes as well. This ideology runs deep. And I get the sense there is Babylonian imprinting that's repeating through these rituals that are expressed.
Absolutely, 100% correct. Because when you look to see where all the problems are and where they're busy fighting at the moment, this is not just conjured up in the here and now over the last few decades or the last few months or years, but this is going back centuries, absolutely centuries, even if not hundreds of thousands of years back, when this land actually was subjected to all this negativity, to all this dark magic. So we're going to go there to see what actually happened. And we've got the maps. The court has got these ancient old maps that they're busy unrolling to see what's taken place. And it's also the maps of the ley lines, the grid lines. So this is not just a matter of waving a magic wand and saying, okay, we're going to alleviate this. They're working on many different levels, many different timelines come into this. I'd like the viewers to understand we're working with timelines here, epochs in history.
That's exactly it. You're correct. Now, let's look at Michael, who's just joined in, has suggested to us that they use certain dark matter and black holes to bring that through the timelines on a quantic level, right? So we're tracking through all the sources here, the inputs to the reality.
What personally I'm seeing, Yeah, I'm seeing a grayish kind of an environment that is cold. Energy has been trapped inside, and there's this scary animal that looks like a dinosaur that's ruling this region, and it has spikes, scaly skin, and it's just roaming around this area, and it's bringing terror, fear, and siphoning of energy when it can.
Yep.
And it's something that's running very, very deep, and it's a system that has been there, and there's another system that looks is gonna be implemented, and this is the key to what the controllers think we're gonna take them to the next level that they think they can do. But there's conflict since there's another power that's much stronger, and I'm being shown this golden light. It's at a far distance, but it's sending its rays direct into this region. So this is the conflict that they are at. They want to spread this grayish energy,
Alchemy.
dense energy, yeah. But there's another energy that's countering it, and that's the dilemma they have at the moment.
Well, Harrison,
spot on, Harrison. Spot on.
Yes, I absolutely agree with Harrison. And what I've also shown is this energy that he's talking about, this terrifying looking creature that he's talking about. And this, it's almost like you get the impression of it's like a pull and push, and like a deep, deep, dark hole, and that sort of regenerates itself almost. And I'm picking up that we've got to look out at the ocean, and I'm picking up the Bermuda Triangle, where this is being generated from, and then shone back and portrayed onto the borders of what today is known as Russia.
Right. I hear
hidden
you. I
far
see
away out in the ocean, so you would not think.
Yeah. So these waters here we're able to work with them from a solar perspective today in particular, because the energies in the solar flare in this region is strong across the planet. So we're just going to encourage more of that solar energy to move effortlessly through the waters here. And what it's going to do is clear the dark sorcery as it comes through. Brilliant. We're going to amplify it directly at the center of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Home to many star systems.
You're cracking it there, which is brilliant.
I'm just seeing these golden streams of light hitting the water, and there's this kind of an open kind of a cave where you're seeing this light flowing in, and it's a new kind of vegetation that's coming up, growing up, and it's more green, and this lively kind of an environment being propped up and being propagated. But this light has to go in deep, deep, deep inside the earth and cause that kind of a transmutation, so that it can be able to counteract what is being done on the surface of the planet.
Absolutely, 100%. Because I mentioned earlier, it's like you've got like one timeline here, another one there, and they're separate. And you look at the Bermuda Triangle, it's just a triangle. So we've got Michael, as Angela mentioned, and we've got beings of light in the court working with us, and they're bringing the two timelines together, superimposing it properly, one upon the next. And as they're doing it, that triangle using sacred geometry and mathematics, is becoming an octahedron of living light in that area. So the whole geometry of that area is changing. And as it's changing, we look at the borders of Russia, and a dark energy, almost like black fire, is coming out of the ground. It is being pushed up, up, up. And like this, in the courts of Europe, a royal court with a royal king yet to be anointed, we see, is being summoned by the court on a spiritual level to actually admit to what he has done that is not in human living memory good for the nations of this earth and beyond. And he needs to speak up, and he's being summoned now in the court together with his entourage of dark black magicians. And without mentioning
Derek.
names, we all know who that is.
Honestly, that's amazing, amazing. As you're saying that, I'm just sort of feeling the shaking that's going on here, because this is a complete sideball for the system.
I'm getting that also the 15, specifically that lineage that's dealing with banking and that kind of energy harvesting is being drawn in, because it's playing a key integral part in what is happening in that conflict that's in that part of Europe.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. So here we have, as you know, we talked about this before we started recording. We're just going to invite all medicine peoples of this universe, all the light lines of creation, all the star elders and star beings, those that hold sacred reverence.
Yes, and I'd like to add in there, when we call in all the medicine people, we automatically think of all the people that have learned the magic and the medicine of nature, of the trees, of the leaves, of the flowers. But one doesn't take into consideration that the plants, the flowers, the trees are actually teaching the people. It's the other way around as well. So we've got the teachers of the plant kingdom coming in as well to join the court in alleviating this dark magic.
That's beautiful. And it's quite interesting to watch the cosmic trees here in the assistance of that spiral. It's spiraling out. Now, I just want to ensure that all target groups that are associated in future timelines are removed.
Yeah. There's something that's asking us to have a look at, and is the look of African native descent, and these people are kind of not involved in the way we are technologically. They are still living in their native ways. And I'm getting a part of them is from the past. There's a part of them right now, and there's another aspect of them in the future. And they are here, and there's something they want to say to the court. I don't know if you two can pick that.
Yeah, I get a sense of it. It's very strong. But I want you to tune into this, Harrison, because this is really important for your journey. Right, and really go and listen and feel the data translation through your being.
I'm getting this sound of cry, which is mixed with joy, because what we are looking at is what has been ailing this planet for eons. All culprits of what has happened in the past, present, and what they are propagating to do in the future are all here in the courts, either their tentacles or their whole selves here. And the presence of the ancestors have come to make sure that Earth is properly shifted into the Aquarian age, where it doesn't fall into another third world war. So they are here to make sure that Earth goes in the correct path that majority of the humans have chosen. And they have come in peace with their drums and message, and they are part of the court.
Absolutely,
Well done,
100%. Yes, and they are feeling that joy because what's taken place.
Chills all over. Oh.
Yes, because today is a milestone for the history of the energetics of Earth, because this court, with this wonderful, wonderful energy that's that they've actually brought through today, has managed to capture that beast deep down underneath the ocean, in that strange dark energy that Harrison was talking about. And they've literally pushed it out, summoned it out. That's been around, if not for hundreds of thousands, but for millions of years. And it's being removed out of this Earth, out of the solar system. And it's going to be taken back to source, and that energy is going to be transmuted for something else that's good and powerful, and then will return back to the Earth as a beautiful energy. And there we've got those raindrops that are starting to fall quite heavily now, that we spoke about early on in the session. And there's great joy, rejoicing with the ancestors. They're happy. They've been working with us. They want to let us know, and they've given us a lot of that information today. And they work with nature. They don't have to work with technology. They are actually beyond it, because they're at one with everything.
Exactly. So that's wonderful, a wonderful assessment, Derek. Now I'm just going to look at the court again, and I'm just scanning to see what is the magic or the magicians or the magi, Maga, behind Putin and behind the dualistic construct like that. And I want all puppets, all their masters, all of them, not just the magicians. We're going to do a real hunt here. This is a bit like the Wizard of Oz. So I just want to make sure those individuals are brought to task. And we do have higher dimensional realms involved here. Those that have a vested interest in raping the resources of the planet. With this false agenda.
Yes, we also, as you're speaking, we're also being taken to the Forbidden City in China, where a lot of black magic and mastery was wielded. And I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying this. And the court has got the books of everything that's taken place there, together with the mastery and the corruption of the sacred geometry and mathematics of St. Basil's Cathedral in Russia. The two are linked heavily together, and they're starting to unwield and undo the dark magic and spells and curses, mind you, as well, that was wrought all that time ago. So that is being deleted and removed by the court today, now.
Brilliant. I've got chills as you say that, as I feel the removals and the resolutions taking place. because what was underpinning it, those cities were meant to underpin natural, balanced peace into the way of life of every individual. And that's moving really nicely. Our people are just doing so amazing. It's just unbelievable. And the important factor here is just to check and double check what is being, how the removals from the people are going on Earth today, so that they can receive their full divine inheritance without restriction or resistance from other, let's say, unsacred magical forms. They all know that there is a core alchemical code. If you do not adhere to it, then you will be dealt with accordingly. And that
Yes, as you
dark
say,
sorcery, dark methods, system thinking in thought, ideology, and construct manifest forth through the human vehicle.
absolutely 100% correct. Sorry, Harrison, I just want to add while we're on that, and as you're speaking, I'm shown that on those particular borders of Russia, the people that go there, that try from this moment moving forward, try and bring harm to the earth, bring harm to the other people, kill anyone, they are immediately dealt with. Immediately.
The target groups, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting there's this grouping because I have seen a portion of the green emerald tablet, and I've gotten the name Thoth. And
So we're talking about the Book of Enoch here, are we?
Yeah, that's what I've seen, and he is somehow involved in manipulation that's happening here, because it's a kind of a deeper thing that's being played in multiple levels.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Go on, finish. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, I'm done. You can finish. You can continue. Yeah.
I'm going to say to everybody out there, I love the continuation of this work, right? We begin and pick up where we left off in other areas or other resolutions I've personally been involved with. This is quite something, because this affects the consciousness of many, many natural abilities of indigenous and first race peoples here, where we take the construct limited information and try and process it through our system, and it blocks the natural ways of those star flows, your source flow, your source coding. So it creates this disparity within the human individual and their natural ability to express and evolve as an evolutionary creator. It's beautiful. So this will have its roots in 2D, in the second dimension. And we're just going to make sure, again, and this is something that crops up from time to time, because this belief system underpins all the secret societies where they practice these rituals at varying degrees. Michael picked up on these triangulated beings, and he's absolutely right, because this is the way that they utilize those frequencies from these rituals in the propaganda on Earth today. So we're just going to get those dissolved, because we are the living text, the living script of these times in our own experiences. And what this will do is to assist with the clarification of each individual soul purpose on Earth today, pathway, and a deeper level of understanding. But not understanding, inner awareness, inner standing.
I'd just like to add here right now that we also need to be, well, the court would like everybody to know that they've also accepted and been using the assistance of the shamans from Greenland, and also the ancestral shamans from Greenland that are in other realms at the moment, and they've connected to the ancestors of the different first world nations, if you'd like to call it. And they are working with the court in many areas. And because they've come to work with the court in the now moment, if you will, many groups of dark shamans in spirit form, and that have also been held in prisons against their will to do black magic, are actually being removed from their cells, if you will, by the court, and they're going to be dealt with group after group after group. And they'll be given the opportunity, of course, to join the light if they would like to, again, because there's always the opportunity to come back into the light. And the ones that refuse to, the court's not going to tell us right now how they're going to be dealt with, but they will be dealt with.
Yes, thank you, Derek. That's a really important thing, actually, and something that affects divine feminine creator consciousness quite substantially. So that is just going to filter out through those worlds. And it's going to create new pathways within cultures for it to naturally express itself in the strength of the woman. And there's a lot of indoctrination here about women and who they are, what their function is. And this is going out into our youth on a social level.
As you're saying that, I'm also
Right,
reminded of what's happening.
The record.
Now, as you're talking about the divine feminine, the court at some point would like to point out that they will be working directly, and they'd like the court to work with the women in Iraq and Iran.
Yeah. Right, I'm just observing the Ukraine at the moment as well, in addition to that. And I can see layers of this black ritual being removed, connected to those cities. So at this point, I would like to invite all feminine creator consciousness into this court.
I'm seeing an eagle carrying a sheep,
Are
whatever
you?
that means. Yeah, it's
I know what that
flying
means.
on the coastlines of Ukraine and Russia, around that part. That's where I'm picking it. But it has its huge left claw perched on the back of the ship, and it's flying off with it.
That's beautiful, Harrison. I'm lost for words for once. At this point, I would like to say to everybody, do like and subscribe. Please do. It helps our channel. It looks like we've got a low number and it's dropping off for some reason. YouTube does this. There may be people that don't align to the ways of peace, but it's okay. We're still going to be present, but we'd still like your encouragement and support. Do subscribe. That's all. We shall keep you updated on what happens with the spiritual courts of equity. And it's a real joy to do this work when we all come together like this. It really is, you know, so our cultures, our future generations can really reap the benefits of the ways that they are internally, innately, and expand upon them. And I give thanks for every single being in the spiritual court of equity today. all the support, all the cosmic support, all the life, blood and bones of our people that make it through this experience. Right, whew. There's great movement from these, the Siberians here. Great movement.
Yes, what I'd also like to add in, there is a name that we're all aware of, Aleister Crowley, and all the black magic that he actually created is being untangled, to use the word, and that magic will be no more. So this is also part of the work that the court has done today, which has affected us all globally, and all his ancestors moving through his ancestral bloodlines are all in the courtroom, having to tell the court what they did, how they did it, and to actually, they themselves need to unwind and make right what they did wrong. And if they don't, they're being removed from this time-space continuum and will be dealt with as well by the spiritual court of equity in no time, no place, the nexus point.
Now that is accelerating at a rate. Thank you very much, Derek. We want this out of consciousness. So we're just going to accelerate the process slightly because Earth moves fast.
The court's also summoning all the dark magicians from the old Ottoman Empire, and they're also being summoned. So it's all the royal courts that have existed on Earth in this present time and times past that are being summoned, and all their magic being undone in the time that we're in. It's really, really amazing and a privilege to actually be here now while this is all taking place. And I'd really like to thank everyone that's a part of the Court of Equity on Earth and in all the different realms for the incredible work that they're doing to free the Earth and the universe and the solar system, if you will.
It's beautiful. I'm just literally watching all the royal houses burn to the ground with the eternal fire. And just letting the system construct leftovers know and become aware that we are the spiritual business agency of peace. This is our planet, our mother, and we mean business. With love. Oh, and Michael is giving us a nice message. Thank you, everyone, for your help. That's so sweet. And lots of fire.
Yeah.
I'd definitely say that the area of the Bermuda Triangle's been resolved now with with an octahedron, and this carries on. It just doesn't stop. When we finish this particular sitting, the energies carry on and they get stronger and stronger as the different timelines and the different grids are actually being remade over, if you will.
Brilliant. And, also to just add in here, in spiritual courts of equity, these processes are getting faster as more consequences of these actions that people do are being removed from consciousness as well, from acting unconsciously from what they do not know about. Ones and zeros being deleted.
Well, that changes lives, doesn't it, Angela?
It does. And I'm just feeling the resistance from certain elements here, just from individuals, that you misusing divine free will in accordance with system construct plans And these are the perpetuators. You'll find some in the light worker community that apparently do these things without recognition of their personal consequences. And there's a great shame that is being felt in certain quarters. And that's okay, we can resolve it, but just stop it. And the fear, can you feel the fear here? I would love your perception on this, actually.
Well, what it boils down to is a misuse of personal power.
Thank you.
It has to be accounted for at some point.
Exactly.
And once that's recognized, freedom comes.
Exactly. And there aren't any loopholes. They are just like everybody else. No one is exempt, because we all have to take stock of the actions that we perpetuate on Earth in whatever name we do. And that's even
Absolutely.
me and everybody else that's living and breathing alive today. Harrison, thoughts, please.
The concept that I was getting is that since they were operating this concept of kicking the can down the road and passing karma to the next generation, and it was a rewarding system, that's why they never became bothered with the consequences. But the moment now you're slapping them with the bills of their karma, some of them are rethinking and saying, that's not something I want to be.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, the others who think they are superior than the court, they are powerful and all that stuff. We are used to them, but they get a pink slip and they know what happens after that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so right now, things are being they are still being resolved. There are those things that they have already been resolved in the court, but there's this heavy dark stuff that is there, and there's this hand that has been hidden from humanity, but it has played a very key integral part in perpetuating what's happening here.
Exactly.
And most of it, you can see some of the tentacles, you can see it being played from the western side of the hemisphere,
but anchored in other parts of the globe. Ironically.
Yeah, and
I'm just requesting that be shut down right now, actually, because they're using Earth to perpetuate filth indirectly, and I'm just going to ask for that to be removed, please. Go on, sorry, carry on.
No, it is being removed, and I'll describe it to the viewers. If you can visualize a cube, a black cube, and in that black cube, there's a large, round, black crystal ball with masters that have worked with it, and as one whole cube with people in it and this ball that they're operating all their spells, all their dark magic from. It's been lifted out of the earth from the oceans below us, and it's been taken to the oceans above us and removed out of this time-space continuum by the court of equity.
And I'm also going to add this in for all women in consciousness with a womb, a physical functioning reproductive system, that you may not, and I give this as a sincere message, a genuine message, that we as women will not take your negative magic implanted at womb chakras across this globe into our beings. And I give that as a direct message from my heart to all of those that are involved in it. And these are the things that cause women medical complications, chronic conditions, affect the natural birthing process of our kind. And that will be shut down until you learn your lessons.
I'm getting this information. Women are very powerful, and they have been fractionalized, pitched against one another so that they don't unite. And there's a huge section of women who are ready to betray the rest of the women so long as they are promised good times in this system that is being created.
Yeah.
And yeah. So as I'm looking around, they know the way to control and manipulate the divine masculine. Just bring a woman
and deep. Sorry, I'm getting
that's what you
excited.
have it. Yeah.
You hit the nail on the head, because they manipulate divine masculine and true masculines, and they do this. This infiltrates through the dream into the soul groups, where but the men have to learn their lessons here and not be sucked in by this agenda. Come on, guys, don't believe it, feel it, know it at a soul level, unaffected by negative thoughts that you can't see, because you're controlled by areas of the limbic system. And you might deny all knowledge of this, but it's the truth. For all beings, these are the experimentation effects that have been handed down through the generations. Take it or leave it. Right, so some realizations are really going through here to these groups.
They have already been discovered.
Yeah, but it's almost like going back to the very beginning with that story of Adam and Eve,
It really is good. Ricochet.
The funny thing is that they observed how humanity did, and they created a child story from that, and they have been selling it to everybody as the real core truth, where else everybody has their own truth. So,
well, have your own truth, it's fine. Have your own free will, it's fine. But don't expect us to carry the unconscious aspects of what you don't know or see. Right. Wisdom shone.
I mean, it's a whole nother subject that one can go into, but men and women alike, when they are sexually abused, and from almost like when you're born amongst the different religions, which is completely unacceptable, and that in your subconscious leaves a very dark, deep, emotional hole.
It does.
That's a whole nother subject, but but it's just that how it's actually been perpetuated onto mankind. It's absolutely shocking.
Exactly. And then when you add the overlays of the 2D frequencies that access those spaces in individuals, repeating the same through the physical function, it creates, this is why there are certain issues that will affect men very strongly about these types of spiritual choices that they make. You can't hide from them around a blanket and expect it to go away. And these feed from the lineages of Earth.
Yeah,
right. I see a lot being closed down here.
I'm getting to see that there's a like a black hole, and there's this energy just rushing around, and we are being told to connect that black hole with this center of the galaxy. It's kind of a black hole, but it births stars from this black hole, and this is kind of transmuting some of these things they have done on the planet and reverse them to positivity. Right.
Here is one of my favorite ancient areas of expertise coming through. I'm all excited. Right. Because, there's a certain, let's just say, technology that I will work with right now to accelerate, but also filter off and cleanse those vortices by means of reversal in harmony with the universal alignments of time and no time. Oh, thank you. Thanks to my soul. She's a good one. Champing at the bit. Can you feel that?
Yeah, I'm just seeing this huge light connecting at the middle of this black hole, and everything is disintegrated. And
yeah, well, also what's taken place is with the work that the court's done in the session, that certain people and certain maybe even groups of people that have taken the role as a dark magician and wielded spells and black magic are going to be shown. They're going to be coming forward. You'll see them in pictures, you'll see them in photographs. And just to let the viewers know that they're actually being removed and they have to show themselves. They have to come clean. And that's part of them coming clean, believe it or not, as they're being removed. But we're just seeing pictures, but their power's gone. It's being removed by the court, by the work that we are doing. So you can go back to Aleister Crowley, you can go back to his ancestral lineage, you can go back hundreds of thousands of years. It's all being deleted by the court in the here and now. The power's no more.
Power no more. And I'm just ensuring that they remove their imprint of soul family migration and movement from this planet as a part of this process. Because all of us need to come back together as one in all forms.
Yes, and as you're saying that, Angela, the court's also making us aware of that. It's the work that we're doing. It's so vast that they clear things in these courtrooms that we're working with, but it's also as they're clearing it down here, they're clearing it on other planets as well. So people that have lived lives of dark magicians here, been evil, done evil deeds, if you can call it that have actually then gone to other planets. They're being dealt with as well, because this is on such a huge universal multi-level, if I can say it like that.
This is the supra capability of what the potentials are for everybody, not just the select few, but for everybody. Every being, every incarnation, every source of life. Oh, I love it.
I also do. It's fabulous.
Oh, right. So what percentage of completion do we have in this moment, guys?
I'd say 95% for this particular sitting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's huge, but so easy. It's gone through with no resistance, apart from those that claim to operate in light. But in awareness, you've got to take that into consideration too.
Well, they can't fool the court.
No, they cannot. Or the universe as part of the false domination control construct. So let's restore sacredness here after this movement. Harrison, I would like you to offer a prayer from all the ancestors, directly received from Mount Kenya. On the 33, on 0 degrees, you're on 0 degrees? Is that right?
yeah, along the equator line. Right. Yeah.
0 point. Rooting for you.
Yeah, some of them I'm seeing them very happy. I'm seeing they have been waiting for this opportunity, and they are drumming, beating up their drums, and they are telling me to follow their lead with the rhythm of the drum.
That's it. Feel it at the heart level.
And feel the heartbeat of the Mother Earth. Feel the heartbeat of everything that's connected with the planet, because everything is one. And in that sense of unity and oneness, only love can exist. And with love, we send this energy of healing to every single part of this planet that's going through trial and tribulation, and every single person who needs this sense of assistance or someone being there to listen to them. We are always here to listen to you. And with this, we send you the grace of one peaceful creator of all that is and all that will be. And within that, we dance together in the light. And you are all honored for all this work that you have done. And that's it.
Harrison, that was beautiful. Bless Kamati. May we all live as individual, sacred, living prayers of all love in this universe. Infinite love.
Yeah.
Bound. So well.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, that was something else. Not being, I don't normally do some of these things, and voila, there is the opportunity, and they were saying, here we go.
It's so amazing. Look, you know, it's great. And I'm just going to plug Concordia Spiritual Activation here for divine healing retreats and fast track stuff. It's all about cultivating and providing a fertile ground within yourself for your natural abilities to come through. It really is. And it's just so beautiful seeing you guys shine in this way and really take charge. I'm just in awe of you, really. You've really done amazing up until, you know, to this point where we've just blown it out of the water again. So thank you both from my heart. I love you both, dear.
Love you too.
Huge. And to anyone that's listening there, we've got Lana in there, Michael supporting us in the background. And for those that tune in past, present, and future, we love you. Be love. Spread it, share it, create more of it, because you can do it really easily. It's really that simple. No complicated thing. So I would love to sit here and talk all day long to YouTube, its algorithms, etc. But I know that this time is coming. I don't want to go. I'm having such a good time. Oh, so any final words for anyone that touches base with this video?
Yes, what I will say is another message from the shamans and the ancestors from Greenland. They're passing their love and their light and their magic to all the viewers that watch this sitting, and they're sending stars of love to all the viewers, and connecting with them as well. They just want you to be aware of that.
Oh, that is strong. That is deep. Oh,
yeah.
So everybody, if you would like a session with myself, Angela Miller, you can contact me at Concordia Consularis. If you would like a retreat, if you would like an ancestral resolution, if you're an indigo or awakened being that needs more support, just to tweak a few edges, provide clarity on your spiritual path, please do get in contact with me. You'll find the links below, and to other things that I do as well. If you are a business and would like to improve the gift that you bring to your client base, do get in contact with me. We have a technological solution for you combined with ancient spiritual practice that will align spirit and science to bring about the best for your clients. And I give thanks to you all. So thank you, everybody there who's joined us this day. I'm just going to continue to love you in the background because I can't.